right now we're going to play a little 9-ball. So who better to show us the 9-ball break than the legendary Mr. Boom Boom himself, Wade Crane. Well, we've seen the 9-ball break, but what about the 8-ball break? Well, there's a paisan down in South Philadelphia, goes by the name of the Philly Flash. He's going to explain the 8-ball break to us, and his name is Jimmy Fusco.
Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about the break playing 8-ball.
The man from Phoenix, Arizona, Danny D., Mr. Danny DiLiberto. 8-ball. And for more on that, let's go to a guy we call Cool Hand. From Owensboro, Kentucky, Nick Varner. So for more on the battle of defense, let's talk to the king himself from Scranton, Pennsylvania, Jimmy Rempe. You know, there's only one husband and wife team in the history of the game of pool to have both won world championships. So let's bring her out now and talk a little bit more about defense. And speaking of defense, she knows it, believe me. She's my wife, Ava Mataya. So let's bring out one of the masters of the combination shot. From St. Louis, Missouri, the Iceman, Larry Hubbard.
Combination shots are some of the more difficult shots in the game of pool.
You know, shooting combos is cool. And speaking of cool, this next young superstar, he's going to give us his theory on how to shoot combination shots. We call him California Cool, from Modesto, Kim Davenport. Well, next we want to talk about kiss shots. And this young lady ought to know. You see, she kissed me 6 years ago in Gävle, Sweden, and we've been together ever since. Once again, my wife, Ava. Here's a guy that jumps all over the country making cash. I call him the Denver Dynamite, Danny Medina. You know, down Philadelphia way, they tell me that Fusco would just as soon bank a ball as shoot it straight in. You know, even the spectacular Robin Bell practices her bank shots, using cue ball in hand to get the proper angles, and then she's going to tell you how to finish off. Learn those throw shots and you won't be throwing away any dough, that's for sure. But let's talk about some draw. And here's a real quick draw. I call him Elvis, but everybody else calls him St. Louis Louie.
I play 9-ball.
Now let's listen to one of the power strokers of the game, Danny Medina. Now Ava's going to explain to us a few basic fundamentals on how to follow a ball. Speaking of following, I'd follow this chick anywhere. Speaking of following balls, well, here's a guy that's been following balls all his life. He's none other than Diamond Jim from West Palm Beach, Florida, Jimmy Reed. Now, he's a real fun guy to play with.